Chris, thank you very much for sitting down with us ahead of the Rotherham game. Has there been a real buzz around the place after Monday night?
Yeah, I mean there was. We obviously a big occasion for us, a big win, a great feeling after the game. But you kind of move on pretty quickly in football. It's a case of we take the positives from it, the areas that we can improve, and it's sort of quickly back to work again, looking forward. So the players have recovered from that game and now firmly focused on the weekend's game.
In terms of performance, was that perhaps the most comprehensive you've seen from your side so far?
Yeah, I think it was the most, for the largest period of the game, we had it looked how we want it to look. We were dominant, we had good territory, we were close to their box a lot, we were dangerous with the possession we had, scored goals, we didn't really give away a lot on the night, no real counter-attacks and very little. So it was definitely I'd say overall the best performance we've had, but there were still areas that we could have done better and improved. So each game's slightly different as well. I think the way that Wrexham's set up, it's how we needed to play on that day. So this game now we need to be ready for.
We saw Paik and Iwata starting together for the first time on Monday. How impressive was that partnership, and how do you see that developing?
Yeah, I thought they did sort of play off each other really well. Both technically strong players, so they're comfortable with the ball in tight spaces. They make good decisions when to play forward, when to circulate the ball to the other side of the pitch. They played quite close together. They could link up as per Iwata's goal. It came from a little pass from Paik. But they're quite physical as well. They're strong in the duels, they run, they work hard, they close spaces, they read the game. So I think as a pair they were very strong in that game, and hopefully from our point of view that can continue.
A lot was also said about getting the best out of Alfie May and Jay Stansfield in the same lineup. Were you impressed with how they combined on Monday? Yeah,
I was impressed, but I wasn't surprised, because we train a lot and I see their qualities they have. And as I say, both players can play 3-4 positions. And it's about the system, the team system, and what their role is within that. They have to be disciplined and they have to take on that role. And I thought Alfie, in his case, in the slightly deeper position, did that. He was in the right spaces, and obviously Jay made the right movements as a striker. So yeah, they linked up well, and but there'll be a lot of that this season. There'll be players coming into the team, and it's their job to be disciplined and play their part in the system.
Looking at Rotherham, another physical team in this league, how are you expecting them to set up?
Yeah, I think Rotherham are very competitive side. They're direct in their style. They're high volume of long balls. They fight for the second ball. It's coming in the box as soon as possible. They'll then win set pieces and long throw-ins, and so that is their style. They play a sort of 4-4-2 diamond most typically, and then they try to be quite aggressive and against the ball and try and press when they can. So yeah, a fully committed, hard-working, sort of direct style, and I've watched all their games this season and I haven't seen any opposition have a comfortable game against them. It's not the type of team that I've seen so far that have really been sort of dominated in a game. They're always in there and they're always fighting, working hard. So from our point of view, we need to impose our game. We need to do all the basic things that we need to do well, and respect the opposition, and then we need to make sure that we can impose our game, stretch the opposition, work the ball well and get into good areas.
The suspension of Christian Bielik obviously brings another challenge, but are you happy with the depth there and the sort of next man up mentality?
Yeah, exactly. I think we've had Chris now suspended for this game, but Ben Davies as an example, as someone that's been training hard and adapting to life here at Birmingham, and then the way we play, the way we train, it takes a few weeks. So he's had time to do that now. So if called upon, then I'm sure he'll be ready.
Also with Dion Sanderson, will he be in sort of contention for the game after his injury?
He's just joined light training, so I'll be doubtful that he would be available.
Elsewhere also, you mentioned Lee Buchanan being back out there on the training pitch. How is he sort of progressing?
He's doing well. He's a little bit further ahead, a bit more training time and everything else. So worked hard to get back from his injury in good time, and it's been good to see him back out there and back amongst it again.
Obviously the support on Monday was outstanding. Got another big cohort travelling to Rotherham. How much of a boost do they give the lads?
They do. I mean, they really do. The atmosphere was sensational, and we need to generate that with our performances. As I say, we have to give the fans energy and voice, and they are exceptional and on the road as well so far. It's every time that they're there, it gives the team a huge lift, a huge push. And I'm sure they'll be there in full voice again against Rotherham, and we're going to need them with us.
Just finally, your side are unbeaten. The 21s won big at St Andrews earlier this week, and the women's team have started fantastically well as well. Is it great to see all of the club's sides thriving at the moment?
It is, yeah. No, it's excellent. I know the 21s had a great win. They had a couple of difficult moments earlier in the season, but they bounced back well, and I see a fair bit of those players, and you can see the progress that they're making. So that's really good. The women's team, I know they're unbeaten. They've had a really strong start to their league campaign as well, and obviously we've made a strong start. So yeah, it's excellent. There's a good vibe at the club. There's a good feeling at the club. As I said all along, it's a club that's going somewhere, and that's the whole club. So it's important that we enjoy and celebrate the wins and the good times, but we stay hungry for more, and that's the message that I'll be pushing here at the training ground, and I expect the other teams will be doing the same.
Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you.